Hello there, I'm the base manager and welcome back to Space Engineers. Now, we start this episode with me finishing welding all of this piping. Like I said last episode, I was going to do this off camera because, well, it took a little while. I had to go down and mine some more iron. And, well, I also wanted to start this episode as soon as possible because there is a thunderstorm happening right on top of us. So if anything explodes, I want you guys to see it. Right? Right. Now, for today's episode, we are going to continue making use of our bad boy over here because we have to mine a little bit more stuff and open a little bit more room. As I was welding this, I kinda noticed that this is kinda claustrophobic. There is not exactly a lot of room to maneuver. If our miner comes from the mine and then plugs himself over here, which in fact I should do before the thunder destroys it, that's probably a good idea, especially because, you know, the pipe is already connected, so, yeah, thunderstorm. Not exactly ideal, but yeah, that, and I can even show you guys what I mean by this, because if we go over here, right, and we undock this, release the parking brake, try not to fall down the mountain like last time. Well, last time we didn't fall down the mountain. Holy Jesus, that's a lot of power. I'm sorry, miner, you know, I did not meant for you to go like that. Okay. So, if we go over here, like the monstrosity, it's quite a girthy vehicle. It's not exactly small. This is a bad boy over here. And trying to dock this, it's not going to be ideal, but it's not going to be that difficult either, but it's going to block our path, right? Let's just point the vehicle in the right direction. By the way, I really like this thing. I had a on the stream playthrough, I had another minor vehicle with pistons and rotors and whatnot. Yeah, like, forget about that. One hinge. It's all that we need. Stop. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Now, if we go and pick up the rover, we'll see that we don't have a lot of room. Like a small vehicle like the rover may be able to scoot by, but another vehicle the size of the monstrosity, it's like, it's not going to happen. Right? Come on. I know. These are unwelded blocks and you are not enjoying yourself. Don't worry. Come on. There we go. Vehicles really don't like unwelded blocks. Come on. Let's show the good people back home what we are speaking about. Like, for all intents and purposes, this vehicle is rather small, and yeah, as you can see, barely any space. We have floating wheels on the front, mostly because of the gyro scope, and yeah. As you can see, very difficult to maneuver. Also, especially because I have the gyroscope turned on. Not exactly ideal, but yeah, you see my point? We don't have a lot of room to maneuver, and so I was thinking to myself, maybe I could make this one temporary, just so I can have an easy point to drop off all the materials that we get from our mine, and then we could keep on expanding forward and to the side over here, the side that we already have mined out a little bit, and well, maybe we could do our parking area somewhere around here. That way we will have the main corridor available to us so that we can move back and forward with our vehicles. So with that said, I think you can... Oh yeah, this is unparked. That could be bad. So I think you can kind of figure out where we are going in today's episode. We are going to continue expanding our base. In fact, I think that is going to be the focus of the next few episodes. I kind of want to have something solid done before we go and explore too much. However, I will have to stop eventually and go grab myself some magnesium, because we have zero protection in this base. Zero. If something attacks us, we're screwed. I don't even have a rifle yet. I have no way to make ammo. So, yeah, if something attacks us, the only thing we can do is grab the firefly over there and crash it against the thing that is attacking us. And I would like to avoid that, if you know what I mean. So, you know, so that we don't have a fully cave dweller episode, we are going to start by doing a little bit more expansion. And then we are going to take some time to go grab us some magnesium from that boulder over there. I don't know how the vehicle is going to reach it, but eventually we are going to get there. So, with that said, guys, it is time for me to turn on this vehicle, start destroying a little bit more rock, and expand this platform over here. Alright, my friends, so I have extended the platform a little bit. Oh, there is a spot missing over here. We cannot miss these spots. This is actually quite important, so the rover does not go in a awkward range. Jesus, not range. Position. Right, I kind of want to keep it as flat as possible. All my drills are pointing up, so these should just kind of smooth the terrain to the point that we can then put the frames on the floor without having voxel being annoying. Or at least that's what I'm hoping for. And yeah, I said that I was not going to build any more lights or spotlights, but well, I lied. I had to build more lights because I could not see anything in front of me. And I still can't, but hey, at least it's somewhat better now. That thunder was close. We have to check it out, guys. We cannot afford to have any damaged turbines or stuff like that. Nope, turbines are still good. Fan-freaking-tastic. Let's continue. Okay, my friends, so we have already expanded a little bit. Let me park this. Now, one thing that I want to do, GPS, here. We need to make sure that I am not going to pierce through the skin of the mountain anywhere else. That's why I created that GPS marker, so that we can come over here. Let's see, what is the ear number 2? Here it is. So our thingy is at best at 22 meters from the surface. So I think that's a good place. And then there is more mountain over here, so we can continue drilling sideways. That's good news indeed. So let's take a look at our nearly expanded space. I feel a lot better. with this now. Just look at this ginormous cave. Of course, there is still a few things that need to be smoothed out, but most of it is going to be plates anyway, so it is what it is. And yeah, we have plenty of room now. Plenty. If I thought I had enough room before, no. Now I know I was wrong, because this is a better amount of space. Alright, so after drilling a huge amount of terrain, do you know what comes next? Of course you do. Block laying sessions. Of course, but through the power of editing, you guys don't have to endure all of this. Alright, my friends, I'm going to be honest with you. My laziness is getting the better of me, and I think that I'm going to take advantage of one of the suggestions that you guys gave me in the comments, which was to build a welder ship. However, we are not going to build anything. Well, not from scratch anyway. We are going to repurpose our rover over here into a somewhat working welder rover that is capable of welding the floor. That's the only thing that I want, because well, let's take a look. Right, look at the amount of things that I have to weld. It is really, I'm not going to weld all of this by hand. Yeah, no. That's not going to happen. Nope. I refuse. I simply refuse. Like, that's too many blocks. And by the way, just a word of advice: if you are somewhat new to this game, you are going to end up putting way too much blocks on the floor, and well, it's going to come a time that you have to weld stuff, and just start welding the stuff while you're putting it down. Don't go crazy like I do. Because, well, first you have the frame rate issue. You probably can notice it. The game is not enjoying too much what I have been doing to it. Yeah, and then you have the effort of going to weld all of that. But because I'm lazy, I'm just going to do something rather not smart. And come on, I think I can connect it like this, right? Yep, it is connected. There we go. Let me see, can I fit a welder down there? Where did I put it? It's over here. Ah, not yet. It's too low to the floor. But yeah, this is pretty much the idea of what I'm going for. I'm going to use these conveyor pipes, these small conveyor pipes, to elevate a conveyor junction a little bit so that I can stick a welder underneath it, and I'm going to do the same thing over on this side, and that way we should be able to weld as we drive through stuff. Should is the thing, okay? I am unsure if this is going to work, but hey, I have to try it because the lazy in me is telling me not to weld all of those things by hand. Alright, my friends, so I have all the components that are required. I had to do a little bit of mining because the game had to troll me due to my own laziness, right? That I was trying to be lazy and the game said, nope. You want to be lazy, you have to go and mine a little bit more. That's how life goes. Now, I am assuming that plates can go through the small containers because there is a few components that can only go through large ports and not small ports. I am assuming that we can use the small ports. So I have a stupid... Oh, yeah, this is not connected to this one. I was like, I placed a few plates over here just to see if this is going to work. Yeah, that's not going to work, dum-dum. Because they are not connected. Oh well, but the good news is, if we then now build a pipe from here into one of those ports, now we are going to connect this thingy, this cargo container, into this one. So yeah, let me just finish that part. Okie dokie, let's go over here, now let's test this one out. So just for testing purposes, what we are going to do, we are going to go over here, select welders. We are going to create a group for them. Save, and we are going to turn them off. Yep, it's somewhat working. Somewhat. Did you, oh, sorry, that's No bueno. You are not drawing the plate from there, are you? You're probably not. Nope. So plates cannot move through small port. Are you sure, game? Because, here's the thing. I can add them. Let me just turn these things off before I kill myself. And yeah, welders will kill you very quickly. Don't get yourself welded to the floor. Not exactly ideal. But as I was saying, here's the kicker. I can do this. You see, I added the plates through a small port. So technically, these things should be able to draw materials from there. And they are not doing that. That is strange. Well, according to the wiki, plates cannot go through this. Maybe it's because I am inputting directly into it that I can put the plates through the small port. That has to be the explanation. Oh well, that kinda sucks. This was a lot of effort for nothing. But oh well. I mean, I can... If I could access the inventory of the welder, then, I mean, I could put the plates over there. Well, it is time for attempt number 2. So, how am I gonna do this time? Given that this thing can only connect to a large port, well, I'm going to grind the connector temporarily. And I'm going to put the welder on the back using a, not a conveyor, one of these. What do I need? Interior plate. Give me a bunch of those. Right. I mean, the rover is not going to enjoy it too much. Because it's going to be very back heavy. But, well, this thing is not to be driven over large distances. It is just so I can satisfy my laziness. So now, time to build the welder rover Mark II. And there we go, welder Mark II built. So just to test it out, well, that thing is done. That's all I care. Looks like it's working. I probably just ran out of materials. Cool. Now, I just need to recharge the vehicle because, well, we are almost out of power, and that is not good. Let me see. Yeah, I have just a little bit of power, so I need to recharge this thing before we can use it. So I'm just going to drive it in, build something temporary that connects to this thing. Like, it doesn't really matter too much. What we can do is just drive underneath this, over here. And hopefully be able to build something quite simple just to connect to this thing. Cool, I just built a connector over there. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to connect it. Looks like it is... Yep. Come on. Perfect, perfect, perfect. What? Oh, yeah, the group thingy. I was looking at it. Why is it grayed out? Because I deconstructed it and reconstructed it somewhere else. There we go. So now that we are we can put this on recharge so that we siphon off a bunch of energy from the main grid, because these batteries are pretty dead if we look at them. Not even one light is on. Not that these ones are much better, but oh well, at least it still has a little bit of power. Now, the magnesium is over there. It is at 300 meters away from us. Downhill. I don't know how confident I am on this thing, but because we don't need a lot of magnesium, I'm going to save the game and risk it. Yeah, while this thing is recharging, because I'm pretty sure it's going to take like 15 minutes at least to recharge these batteries fully. And I kinda want to have full batteries to do this. I'm pretty sure the... Let's go like this. It doesn't say how much time it's going to take. Not you, rover. It must be this one, right? Recharge 13 minutes, yeah. So, yeah, it's because it's going to take 15 minutes. We're going to take those 15 minutes to go grab ourselves a little bit of magnesium, even though I'm not super confident on the all-terrain capabilities of this thing. I mean... Oh, okay. I mean, this thing behaved fairly well going into the cobalt mine, so maybe I should not doubt its capabilities. However, what we are going to do, we are going to decrease the power until this point and just double check that everything is empty before we go over there. Okay, so now that we are on our way, the best thing we can do is just use our jetpack for some scouting. Because, yeah, we need to find a relatively smooth path. I mean, this is relatively smooth, without too many issues. It's just this, descent over here that scares me a little bit. However, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it because you only live once, and I didn't save the game. So that's probably a good idea to do right now. Also, let's get inside of here and let's control B in order to create a blueprint of this thing. Rename. You're gonna be... Come on. Monstrosity. Here we go. I think yeah, it's probably well written. If it is not, I will then correct it, but now let's take the monstrosity downhill and hopefully we'll be able to come back up. I mean, going down is the scariest part. Coming up, it's usually somewhat okay. Oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, it's pretty easy. I was making a storm in a glass of water without any reason. Look at this, super close by. Yo, chill out. Okay, don't go full throttle on there. Whoa. Now let's point ourselves... Whoa, okay, oh shit. Ah. Yep, I'm glad for a gyro, I need to park this thing because I only have two hands. And I'm using the mouse to keep it with its ass down, okay. Ass is down, we're good to go. This is somewhat of a steep incline, so if we go like this, and we are... Cool, we can turn off the gyro now, I think. Yeah, because we are going uphill. Cool. Now I'm just going to collect a little bit of this sweet magnesium, right? We just need to get closer to it. There we go. Give me all of that stuff. Yep, that's it. We can take it. Oh, that was super quick. And we got way too much magnesium. That's, I don't think we need all of it. Let's increase the power. Now, when we turn off this parking brake, you should be careful. No, that's even worse. Oh boy. You can do it, monstrosity. Oh shit, here goes the tree. Yep, I'm sorry, tree. I'm sorry, but you are in my way. It is either me or you, and I choose me every single time. There we go. See? No, I was just complicating things without any reason. Look at it, it's so easy to get there. Alright guys, so now with magnesium being processed, come on guys. Come on. Really? You really going to do me like this? Whatever. Disregard that. Doesn't really matter. Now with magnesium being produced, I'm pretty sure we can now make ammunition. Right. Canvas. Yeah, we can make ammunition for our personal gun, but how do I make ammunition for the turrets? It's the 20 millimeters, something. Don't you oh, I probably need an advanced assembler for that. Oh, that's probably what it is. Let me see, can I make an advanced assembler? Oh, yes, I can. Oh, no problem. It's fine. It's cool. I really need to organize my inventory better, but okay, for now. It is what it is. Now, these things, you see these small ports, these are upgrade ports. For now, we are going to ignore them. But in the future, we probably will want to make use of them. Let's just place these right there. Let's Tetris our way out of this problem. There we go. An assembler ready to roll. Now, this assembler is going to be the main one, and the other basic assemblers are all going to work off it. I'm sorry that it is so loud, so we have to go over here into the basic assembler number 1, which was the one working as our primary before. We enable the cooperative mode, go into assembler, and now I want that ammunition. Here it is. 25 NATO ammo container. This thing is the ammunition for the turrets. So we will want, let's say, 50 cases of ammunition, please. Thank you very much. You can keep doing that on the background. In the meantime, if we go over here, this thing should be somewhat recharged. So let's go put it on auto. Nope. In fact, what I'm going to do, not this. We are going to use the system, our logistics system, to pretty much transfer the stuff over here. We don't need to do it by hand, right? If we press this button over here, we show the connected inventories, and then we can select which one. We just select the rover, or in this case, ship inventory, and then we transfer everything over there, which we can't apparently. Why? Because the connector is dumbass. The connector is not connected to the logistics system. That's why you can't. However, this is how you would do it if you were smart. Okay? But me, I'm dumb, and so I do things dumbly, and then I expect things to work. It's like, whatever. I can do it by hand, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. But now I can come over here, dump all of my stuff, and I'm just going to start transferring the plates into my inventory, and then I'm going to dump them in the rover's inventory, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we have over 1,500 plates in this system. This should be good enough. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I feel like if I did weld it by hand, I would be done by now. But because I have to do things the complicated way, I am super behind what I was supposed to do, what I was supposed to be. But now I at least can do this, right? I can walk slowly and have the welder do most of the job for me, even though it's going to run out of the plates that I give it very quickly. Now guys, if you ever want to copy this lazy excuse for a welding rover, let me tell you, it's much easier to do it backwards, because at least the floor that you are stepping on is already welded. The rover is really having a lot of trouble going through unwelded blocks. Yeah, 1500 plates was just this. Well... live and learn, I suppose, guys. Live and learn. This thing was the most useless thing I have ever thought about doing. This is punishment. I should have just done it by hand and be done with it, but no, I had to think. I had to try and be smart, and this is what happens. I just feel like destroying it now, because it is so useless. Well, guys, I just took this L straight to the face. I mean... I'm a grown man, I'm used to disappointment, but still, I had to do a lot of manual welding. And I pretty much just wasted all the materials that we... well, not wasted, used all the materials that we had. And I managed to weld this big-ass platform, but you guys are not here for welding. Welding is boring, welding is something we can do off-camera. No. We grabbed that magnesium for a reason, right? And that reason is... guns, lots of guns, right? Everybody loves guns. Even Keanu Reeves loves guns, so we are also going to love guns, and we are going to place a bunch of guns on this line over here. on this rail, and for that we need to build a conveyor system. Now we have two ways of doing this, right? So we can either resupply the turrets by hand, which means we can just put the turrets wherever we feel like it, or we have to resupply the turrets via the conveyor system, as I was mentioning. And I'm going to go for the second. I think it is the better way. This rail will also need to be welded some time in the near future, but right now what we are going to do, well, Jesus, too much noise over there for me to talk to you. What we are going to do, I'm just going to drill a hole over there. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to land up on top of some conveyor system of sorts, and I'm going to connect it over there. So let's start digging down a little bit, carefully, one tick at a time, so that we don't destroy anything. And as I was saying, we have a conveyor thingy over there, and I don't have interior plates on me, because why would I? But oh well, now that I have the plates in hand, the idea is pretty simple. No, don't give me that bullshit game, okay? The idea is pretty simple, right? We go over here, come on, give me what I want, please, thank you. We put one of these, and yeah, and we put one of these, and then what? Because I want to have turrets facing this way and that way. So, yeah, I know what I'm going to do. In order for us to path a conveyor through the middle without disconnecting anything, what we are going to do is this. We are going to place blocks. Oh, come on. We are going to place blocks just like so. That way nothing should fall. Let's put that one over there just for safety. Always be always be safe, guys. Always be safe while doing these kinds of maneuvering. Another conveyor junction over there, and another conveyor junction over there. And then we put one, not these ones, these ones. Not a conveyor junction, not a sorter, one of these. Cool, and then we place a turret on top of it. I'm pretty sure I can build turrets by now. Turrets, of course I can. Gatling turrets, precisely what we want. Now, these things are 3x3, that's why you cannot build them on this tile. So, yep, this is the way I kind of want to do it. And there we go. So this is pretty much the idea. I'm going to replicate this on all of the pillars, and that way we should have 8 guns. 8 guns is good for a starter, and yeah, with 8 guns I'm pretty sure that we are going to be safe. The back can, you know, aim up the mountain, which is not going, they are not going to have the best of aim, but if anything comes from behind, we are protected. And the forward facing guns, which are the most important ones, we'll have a bunch of clear view to shoot down any enemies that decide to come close to us. Alright, here we go. So, we are going to start with this. 2 turrets on either side. I'm just going to do that due to material constraints. This thing is going to be pretty expensive as is. And then in the future, once we decide to complete this thing, we can expand the rail and put 4 additional turrets. Now I have the enviable task of welding all of these tubes. Oh boy. Now, as I weld this very first Gatling gun into our system, all the logistic ports are done. We see green over there, which means there should be ammunition inside of this box. Let's check it out. Yes, it is. We have ammo inside of our Gatling guns. Fantastic. Now let me just weld the rest of the guns. Oh, also, another thing, you can actually pull components from the Gatling turret. So if you are, for example, like I did in my stream series, I built like a ginormous conveyor line between 2 mines, and well, in those conveyor lines I placed a couple of turrets for the fences of the conveyors themselves, right? And it was quite useful because I could, you know, just pull the resources out of the Gatling gun. and you know, not have to run all the way to base, which is kind of annoying when you are building things that are quite long. But there we go, we now have 4 turrets. Now I'm going to weld this tower over here because this is a disaster waiting to happen. But before I do that, how about we take care of protecting this conveyor over here, because I built some redundancy. If one conveyor gets shot, we still have the other to provide ammunition, but this is the main conveyor. This one must be protected. Let me see, do I have plate on me? Because I have plate on me. I can't believe it. So how are we going to protect it? Well, like this. Let me see. Yeah, like this. And then we put one like over here, right? And then on this side we place full block. Come on, give me... What? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong one. It's this one. Next we do this, and then we go like... okay. Like this, right? And then we place another full block over here, and this should create like a tower of sorts, right? That will protect the conveyor, at least for a little while, until, you know, the enemy shoots through the light armor blocks, which are not exactly the most resilient thing in the world, but truth be told, it is best to have this than nothing. So let's not complain. Let's place all the blocks and weld all of the stuff. Alright, my friends, so this is looking much better now. A lot less frames and a lot more welded stuff. I'm feeling safer now. If we get attacked, or if a thunderstorm happens to come by, I'm pretty sure we are not going to lose anything too expensive. Maybe some blocks might be damaged, but other than that, I don't think anything will get destroyed. Now that this is finally done, I'm going to spend a little bit more time welding a few more blocks, nothing fancy, but next episode, guys, I kinda wanna go and build 2 more vehicles. One a proper welded vehicle, because this is a monstrosity that it needs to go away. We need to delete this from existence and return it to what it was. And we are going to modify our Firefly over here and turn it into a transport vehicle. There is not going to be a lot of modifications. I said we are going to build 2 vehicles. No, we are going to build 1 vehicle and modify the other. We are just going to put a landing gear on it so that we can transport our respawn pod over there. And then once we have it over here, maybe we might just build ourselves... Whoa, what the hell? Oh, okay, for a moment, due to the perspective, I thought the wheels of the rover were sinking into the ground. I had a moment there. And yeah, as I was going to say, maybe we build something to bring the respawn pod inside, like a forklift or something like that, or a crane vehicle. You know, something that will allow us to transport something without connecting to it directly. But yeah, why do we need a welder vehicle when I am going to dedicate some time to weld this floor? Well, it's because this is just a start. My idea for this space is pretty much to have this as our main entry floor. But no vehicles should be parked over here. No. I kinda want to go down into the terrain, turn around, and then create a second floor, which is going to be our parking space. And that second floor, we are going to build a piston elevator that is going to bring our vehicles all the way over here. So we are going to have 2 ways of reaching the floor beneath us, via elevator and via a ramp. That's kind of the idea for the long term. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to do it in one episode, but that's kind of going to be the focus. And once we have sufficient space to park everything that we have, then we are going to expand once again our production. We are going to put a bunch of assemblers and refineries, and not the basic refineries, advanced refineries over here, so that they can process all of the materials that we might bring back home extremely quickly. And we are going to put a bunch of storage and a bunch of stuff. Pretty much, you get the point, right? Build a bunch of stuff. You can never go wrong with that, now can you? Alright guys, so I think I am done with welding for today. I just wanted to have a good enough surface so that we can move our vehicles around. I was a tad bit tired of having the janky physics, especially when vehicles are starting to get expensive and bad things might happen in a very enclosed location, right? All of those things are not good. But yeah guys, I think this is all the time that I have for today's episode. Next episode, as we said, we are going to build two additional vehicles and modify that one over there. And we are going to try and expand our project to build ourselves a garage downstairs. Probably, once again, multi-episode effort, but I'm pretty sure we can do this. You know, we can have my vision of this base built in, let's say, 4 or 5 episodes. Let's try not to jinx myself, but I think in 5 episodes we can get everything mostly done, and then we can focus on other things, like going into space, so that we can build more bases over there. But with all of that said, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the Base Manager signing out. Bye bye!